Can I ask? Can I ask you about Brindamore and the Canes and the Rantanen and stuff? Like, did you look at that like that was a shot at ownership from Brindamore? Do you think it was?
100%. Like it was. I was like, is that a shot at ownership? Is that a shot at Tulsky and Dello or like the analytics guys? Like, he's basically saying like you probably should have known this before you acquire this asset. And the fact that he kind of outed and said, yeah, the guy showed up and said, there's 4 teams I want to sign with, and you guys aren't one of them. Like that's like, oh, and we always have this saying, or O-Dog on our show always have this saying, like, fireable offense. But it's not a fireable offense if the owner is in lockstep with the general manager. And that's what it seems like. So like in their mind, they turned what's his Natchez into Stankoven and some firsts, and they got picks and all of that. So they're going to swing again or use the picks as currency. So I get it. I understand it from a business standpoint. They're like, okay, Natchez we didn't love, probably wasn't, they had a problem with the dad and it was a pain in the ass and all of that. They turned him into Stankoven, but that's a weird way to get to Stankoven. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's plan C. That wasn't plan A, and
we talked about it on Friday. The vibes, you could just see the vibes were no good with Rantanen there. They had to. You could have, hey, we're going to go and we'll worry about your contract when the season's over. We're going to go for the cup. I don't think they were winning shit with Rantanen there. He didn't want to be there. It wasn't working. What they got in return, the picks, and they had to make that trade, even though it's like you say, it's not how they did well in the end for kind of being backed into a corner.
I think they did well, but I think there's probably a few things that, if you had made everybody sit in a room and drink truth serum, would you talk to Rantanen and his agent and say, okay, would you have taken 12 in Colorado on an 8-year deal and just call it a day and stay in a comfortable setting? Now, I don't know what Colorado was offering, but I don't think they were offering him $6 million a year. I'm sure they probably could have got.
They were offering to make him the highest paid winger in the league, which would put him in the mid-11s. That puts him ahead of Pasternak. Obviously, Leon's a center. He's same agency, but he wasn't going to get to the 14 that.
So you're in that 12 conversation, right?
Yeah. So
but
every day,
Shaq's comments, and he's getting quite a bit more than what they offer in Colorado now.
Right. So, like at the end of the day, I just feel like this is where maybe I'm wrong on this. I feel like some agents have to have a little bit of a check here and go, like, what is best for the player? Not just the financial thing. What is best for the player and his life and his comfortability? And I would say to the player too, if you don't like what you're seeing, stand up to your agent. Your agent works for you. You have to be in lockstep with the agent. Because I see sometimes, guys, you hear stories too of guys turning down deals. You're like, why the hell did that guy turn that deal down? And then they get a lesser deal somewhere else. And you're like, what the hell? Like, who's selling you a bill of goods that you're worth that amount? And all of a sudden now you're flushed out of the league, or you sign a crappy deal somewhere else on a starter deal.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.